Alright, hello and welcome everyone to another exciting night of NEL. We've got Mason's Questionable Playhouse versus Splash Gaming. I'm Helium, with me is Orbit, as well as the party in his background. Hope you guys are going to enjoy. I'm going to turn this into some drinking games, and the bands starting off a little slow, so maybe you can go over some of the players you're excited to see.
Definitely Mason, number one. Really impressed me recently with his play, especially yesterday. Plays a super aggressive style with whatever hero he plays. We've seen him play Weaver, Slark, Ursa, all to great effect, so it could be pretty fun to watch. Of course, there is the EG stack as well. EG Judas, who's that?
Always get that, and it's always start games too.
Yeah. And Goodies on that team as well, which would be nice. Monkeys Forever, of course, on the Dire as well, or on the Radiant, I should say, as well as Colt M, who played a pretty sick Windrunner yesterday, and KZZ, the notorious KZZ.
Yeah, some strange picks coming out from him. Lots of Elder Titan, lots of Earthshaker, and looks like Arteezy here, going to be the captain for the Radiant team. Splash Gaming, I'm guessing that's a Brazilian team. Cideral, I believe, is a Brazilian player that's pretty high up there. Universe was calling him shit earlier. But we'll see as the bans come out. Mason opts to take out the Visage as well as the Outworld Devourer. I think that's what his name is still these days. And Arteezy takes out the Abaddon, who's very annoying. We kind of talked about him earlier in our more serious casts in Sivo, and Darkseer taken out there as well.
Yep, Bat's still in, but they opt for Naga. Pretty interesting.
Radiant team pick.
So they can they hear you, or can you only hear them? Like, casting in the middle of the party could be weird. Maybe he's been taken away as well. But we've got a lot of picks coming out here. Mason gonna scoop up the Naga Siren as well as the Weaver. So a very strong combination we see a lot these days. Naga Siren with the net and the armor reduction from Riptide goes well with Weaver, Saguchi, and of course Geminite attack, and his own armor reduction in the Swarm. Meanwhile, Splash Gaming gets that big pick with the Batrider, picking up the Batrider first, and then following that up with a support Nyx Assassin. So maybe getting some nice stuns on there, as well as the mana burn for the Weaver. As more bans come out, Mason, he will be taking out the Razor as well as the Bane. So Bane able to lock heroes down quite nicely. Weaver does not like him. The Enfeeble can be annoying as well. Fiend's Grip is a good spell. And Razor, seems to just be banned out a lot. It is picked up quite a lot in NEL. And Splash Gaming goes with the Bounty Hunter as well as the Clockwork Bands and pick up their own Shadow Fiend. So taking out some gankers there with the hook as well as track to maybe secure their Shadow Fiend a little easier of a mid lane. Likely to be Arteezy. And yeah, always happy to see Arteezy Shadow Fiend. Mason drafts up that Potom there, which actually gets banned out quite a lot. Potom and Bane, popular bans here in the NADotA2 Elite League. And yeah, sorry, there's no delay now, so I can read the chat and respond to it pretty much right in time. Surprise party is what the Americans call it, right? So I take it they'll carry on Storm is not American. It looks like Orbit maybe was taken away, swooped away there as Splash Gaming swoop up their very own Spirit Breaker, who can definitely cause a ruckus in the mid game with the charge, and of course Nether Strike once it hits level 6 can be a very annoying hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Twitch seems to be messing up for me, not saying how many viewers we have, which is a little unfortunate. I was getting close to 100 last night. Hopefully we get there again. A lot of fun casting these. NADotA Elite League. If you don't have the ticket, make sure you get it. And if you do have it, the item drops are enabled here on the stream as well as in-game. And also make sure to follow twitch.tv/FMBPDota to get all the Sivo action as that tournament is getting underway here pretty soon. And I hear noises from Orbit's end.
Yep, I'm back. I'm ready to rumble. Slark for Mason as well, and probably what's going to be an aggressive tri-lane is typical Mason draft. We have the Space Cow, we have some pretty aggressive ganking heroes as well, the Nyx and the Batrider, and I'm ready to rumble and ready to start drinking. Or continue drinking, really.
Yeah, I think you have started already, but still, keeping your senses about you. Very excited for the Mason Slark. Look for that early gem pickup to punish the Nyx Assassin or to just de-ward. We'll see if he goes for it this game. It probably depends on how well Nyx starts off right off of the game.
who cast in the middle of the party. I was actually at the party, and then I came down to help cast.
He's a
It's
trooper.
okay. It's just one floor up. I can do both.
You can do both. You should do both. I wouldn't want to take you away from that, as the Life Stealer going to be banned out here by RTZ, so worried that Mirana is probably just going to roam around the map, maybe for Slark. I don't know, there's kind of a lot of carry potential there. Maybe Life Stealer is slightly surprising ban, but Mason will take out the Rubik.
Yep. Man, it's really hard to analyze this game right now
Yeah,
because there are some pretty weird picks. Troll Warlord, Team Bash Fest coming the way of RTZ Faker LOL. I'm not too sure who that is, actually. Maybe it's Boba?
All the junkie knows what's up.
Is it
Casting
RTZ?
is a party when it's Helium in orbit. Exactly.
Exactly.
And that Troll Warlord Ultimate Battle Trance with Spirit Breaker. Shout out to IX Mike last night with the bashes against, who was that even? I think it was RTZ, and then RTZ rage quit.
Yeah, that's right. RTZ was Prophet. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Magnus being picked up. Pretty interesting. It looks like it's a support Potom. Or they might just do a dual roam with the Naga Potom. Party has left my building, apparently. They're going out to a bar.
I figured that was going to happen eventually.
I might join them later tonight.
It's about bar time, so...
It is, exactly.
So it quiets up, and then you can head out with that later if you want. I'll probably still just be doing this.
So down. I'm going to be pretty drunk tonight.
I have no life. I made the mistake and graduated from college. Don't ever do that.
Terrible mistake to make.
Don't ever
What
graduate from college. And Magnus, the last pickup, waiting for everyone to pick up the heroes here.
Yep. Not surprisingly, Mason non-Sark. We'll see how early he gets his gem this time. I'll make a bet with you for drinks. I'll bet you.
I gotta go grab another drink actually, so I'm gonna run away real quick. I've switched the overlays, and we will look at the base. I'll be right back.
I'll bet people in chat pre-20-minute gem on Mason. I'm pretty sure.
Prepare for battle.
We'll see though. In the meantime, I guess I can introduce some of these players. Let me just double check who RTZ Faker LOL is. It actually is RTZ, so not being a faker. He's going to be playing Shadow Fiend in the mid lane, what it looks like. Starting a Bottle Rush build, which is quite surprising. That's definitely not something you see normally from current Shadow Fiends. Normally they get pooled and get the Wraith Band in. KZZ playing Batrider. He looks like he's going to be starting the jungle. And then most likely what's going to be a safe try with Monkeys, Colt M, as well as Sideral or Sideral on the Spearbreaker. And Colt M, of course, on the Nyx Assassin. Monkeys on the Troll.
Not Windrunner, unfortunately. His shackles are off the hook as... You introduced the teams, but I didn't move the camera. Looks like you took care of the Radiant, or did you do both sides?
Yeah, just the Radiant.
Okay, the problem with drinking beer and casting, by the way, is I'm gonna burp, like, all the time.
Yeah, that's okay.
As,
Be okay.
Mason's Hentai Playhouse, Mason, drafting for the team. Very aggressive. I heard you talking about the gem pickups early on. But Mason on the Slark. Meanwhile, we've got Universe here on the Potom, so looking for the arrows to connect for him. Demon mid lane on the Magnus. Naga. Gonna be played by E.G. Judas. Not sure who that is.
I think it's Jo.
Okay, yeah, I saw Jo playing earlier. Looks like he's changed up his name, so gonna be on the Naga there. We got Fan of Soyun, also known as Goody, on that Weaver to round off the Mason's Hentai Playhouse lineup. If you don't know what hentai is, don't Google it.
Yeah, I was trying to make a bet to see. I'm betting 2 drinks that Mason's gonna get a gem before 20 minutes in this game.
Oh, I don't know if I want to take that. I don't know if it really matters, because I'm pretty much just drinking constantly.
Yeah, I'm pretty much drinking right now too, regardless. But we'll just say the official rules will be anytime people, like an event happens where people will get items from it, like item drops from Dota TV, you just take a drink. And I'll also be taking a drink as well as Helium.
Knock stuff over. This can, what the... Okay.
Great start in the game right now.
This may be a not safe for work cast as well.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, there may be some language as we get into the night. Well, even NEL itself comes with a disclaimer for language. There tends to be a lot of trash talk, so if that's not for you, you should keep watching anyways and follow on Twitch. But it looks like the lanes are going to be Judas here grabbing the creep wave. Interestingly enough, I guess coming from the pole camp there with them. As the tri-lanes clash, it will be Weaver, Naga, and Potom versus a Troll Warlord, Nyx Assassin, as well as Sideral here on the Spirit Breaker, trying to get his pulls off and get those levels up. Generally, the position that Spirit Breaker takes.
You know, it's surprising to me that teams that have played against Mason still don't understand his draft that well. What? Bulba? Question mark. Anyways, he almost always goes an aggro try and then plays a solo safe aggressive hero. Unfortunately, Batrider being in the jungle means that Mason has a 1v0 lane, which is pretty sweet for him.
Well, maybe they're like, hey, Mason plays Slark, he can kill in a 1v1 matchup. Slark does well against Bat, so let's not feed him kills and let him get free farm. I don't know, a bit of a trade-off. But there's no one in that lane now to call Mia's if he moves, although if you look at the minimap and he's not there, probably a pretty good indication. It is high level of play. They'll realize he's not in the lane. But look for him again to just fight a lot early and then buy space for Weaver to maybe farm up. And that's Sohyun, who actually also, we talk about Mason's Weaver a lot. He plays a good one as well. Made big impacts in SIVO games in Season 2 playoffs.
Oh, here comes the arrow at the bottom
as well as the arrow follow. Monkeys tries to throw out of the the axes there, which are going to be great. That will give miss chances there to those 3 heroes. But not enough damage from either side. I'm really surprised Colt actually lived. And yeah, arrow 1, only 90 damage. So maybe a couple more levels and they'll have that burst to finish it off. They go for a try right again onto Monkeys. Again, the whirling axes go out. Do they have the damage here? The leap forward by Universe will take tower hits for it and get out of there. Sohyun also quite low here on the Weaver.
This try lane's sick. There's so much action and yet no kills. It's like really nice play from everyone.
What were you trying to convey on the rules? 1-5 first blood. It was like 1 to 5 drinks for.
We make bets on who gets first blooded or who gets first blood.
Oh, all right. Like the hero or the team?
Do that. Yeah, the hero. But we can do that later. That's complicated.
Yeah, that makes it hard. I was gonna say whatever role of the hero dies, you take that many drinks. So like if mid dies, you probably take 2, I guess.
The flame begins from Bulba. How come blue always needs imbalanced matchups to win games? Damn.
So Bulba is obviously 2. They were telling people to kick him from the lobby when we were in it.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I guess they knew. I wish everyone would. IX Mike was yelling at people earlier for not using their ticketed names, which is maybe a bit of annoying. But if it doesn't even happen in the top tier tournaments, likely not going to happen in NEL, NA in-house league.
I want to see more action happening here in this bottom lane. I feel like both teams want to be kind of aggressive. They have pretty aggressive heroes, but nothing yet. First rune, actually the 4-minute rune I should say, not even the first one, going to go the way of Demon, who bottles up the illusion there.
It's annoying that my rune hotkeys don't work as a spectator because F1 and F2 control the fog on the minimap.
Oh yeah.
But if you are looking for those console commands, check out Arteezy's stream. He actually has his config, and you can take those out of there. It's pretty nice. I copied quite a few things from his config, actually, to make Dota a little better for myself. As we have a rotation from Jo here on the Naga, as well as the Potom. Going to be chased up by Citadel here, as well as the whole tri-lane, actually. They charge here onto Universe. They walk past the ward. This could be the death of Universe. Bash, of course. And one raise is going to miss from Arteezy. Citadel, though, could be now way too deep. Colton actually will draw the first blood, so there's the items. There's some drinks to be had right now. As Demon may fall as well, but it's 1-for-1. Universe and Citadel, the Potom and the Spirit Breaker, both take the falls, as Judas now going to drop well. And then Batrider, or Shadow Fiend actually did take out Demon on the Magnus. Batrider picks up the Naga Siren, making it 3-1. That was about a 4 versus 2 engagement there on the mid lane, so something you don't see every day.
Yep. Nice play. I'll let you drink while I cover for you because of the first blood getting us drinks. Batrider is just about level 6, 5 minutes and a half into the game. He's doing really well for himself, so that's pretty sweet. And really nice raises there by Arteezy to just secure the kill on Demon.
Absolutely.
Spam pings going on bottom lane.
Yeah,
oh, here comes the charge. Yep.
Onto Sohyun.
This could be a problem.
What is that even supposed to be? A little necklace, I guess, that he wears around his neck or something. Charge coming in, though. Gonna hit through Invis anyways. Monkeys, though, eats an arrow. He will go down. Saguchi damage is enough, but here comes a sentry from Colton. Impale as well. He wants to kill this Weaver, but no, the creep wave is there as well. Too much damage. Gonna have to move back. And I see Korean in the chat, and I just like to say, Febby, I think, is actually playing proper matches in NSL now. But he was definitely a lot of fun to have in these NADotA Elite League matches.
Yeah, totally.
Especially with
some pretty sweet plays going on 400 ping. You know, doing really well considering how delayed he was.
Yeah, occasional missed scales and whatnot. But again, Judas, the lasso KZZ already level 6 at 6 minutes, I guess because of the action and some of the kills he got as he was jungling. And that's fast timing. They pick off Naga Siren. And who was that again? That's going to be Jo, and now Goody in trouble as well. It's a double kill at the moment for KZZ. Items are handed out. Looks like everyone that's participating has to drink. And I guess I do now as well, as Mason. Not going to die.
Yeah, pretty interesting play by Goody there, just running right into the fire. And Judas, unfortunately, out of position, betraying his own team.
As Judas might
first.
do.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of
yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Yeah, nice. But the aggression continues. It's 5-2. Slark just now going home and I guess recharging up. I want to see that gem pick up. Mason, don't let me down.
Well, Mason
but we'll see if he goes back top or if he tries to gank right now at level 7.
I was about to say, that was his first rotation, and it is still pretty early. I feel like drinking our sense of time isn't going to be great, as it is only 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Mason sitting with an Orb of Venom, a Stout Shield, as well as Power Treads on agility. At least in this game, he's an agility hero, so it makes sense. Some questionable questionable plays earlier in the Sivo matches, but no one cares about that.
Yeah. Ring of Health picked up by the Weaver. Has his magic wand as well, so that's fine. Looks like he's going to try to go for an early Lincoln's. Not yet picking up boots. I don't think he's even going to, probably for a little bit. Maybe picking up treads after. But works pretty well. You don't really need it with max level Shikuchi because 2/3 of the time you're doing well. Actually, RP goes off in the mid lane. They're going to get Arteezy with the arrow combination as well.
Well, that might be a drink. I almost missed that one. If I miss kills, you guys can feel free to drink, or just continue to drink. Got there for the raises to pop off. Nice change to Shadow Fiend, actually. Made him pretty viable again, I guess. But really, the biggest change was just how he works inside of Dota 2, making his raise animations a little less time in between each of them. More like Dota 1. Which is nice. Seeing some action. He's a really fun hero that can snowball and really carry the mid game out of that mid lane, like heroes such as OD, also kind of the same.
Yeah. Fucking non-name users.
I know, right? I told you he was getting mad about it. Then you remove my arms? What?
My warns.
Oh, my warns.
Oh well. Looks like in the mid lane, Demon is going to find Arteezy, taking a decent amount of damage, but Arteezy is the one to run away first.
And what level is
being
Arteezy?
chased, of course.
Level 9. Oh, Ogre Club and Treads. I was going to say, he's got like 1,000 health compared to Demon, but here comes KZZ. Blink Dagger already online at 9 minutes, and he's level 8. Gets a lot of XP off of that kill. Shadow Fiend, though, Arteezy, going to be the one to pick it up, making him 2-1-2, 71 last hits at 9 minutes, which puts him in first for the CS charts. And in top at the net worth at 4,200, KZZ on the Bat Rider, so same team there. Splash Gaming
here comes the cow
at 3,300, but Space Cow Citadel coming in onto Universe here. Does he have an ultimate? No. Eats a Riptide on the way over, and now KZZ could be feeding himself here. It looks like Troll has Battle Trance, but he's just sitting in the bot lane, so that's to push the tower, not necessarily to help out in the team fights. Nice, hopeful arrow there by Universe as he throws out Mason, hoping for a latch here. Just going to run through the fire. He's going to get him. And taking a look at his skill build, 4 in Pounce, 2 in Dark Pact, and 1 right now in Essence Shift. So I'd say a pretty standard Slark build.
Yep, for sure. Some Slarks prefer to get a second level in the passive and then max their first spell. Demon trying to get the rune there, trying to be cheeky with a skewer, but instead he's going to get stunned, being charged by the Spear Breaker, but he's pretty far. Demon having to use his RP to run
Here
away.
comes Cow.
Yeah. He's going to keep going. This might be a kill on Demon.
See, no RP, as he did just use it to escape. And damages, can they be there? Monkeys Forever in range for him is going to pick it up. And Monkeys Forever, I believe he plays for Roots. I've seen him play some really nice Clockworks here in NEL. This time, getting more of a core hero here as the Troll Warlord, going to be farming for Splash Gaming on the Radiant.
Top tower is under
Yep.
attack.
KZZ now chasing the bottom. He does have his ultimate up as well as Blink. Right now, he's going to Blink ulti and drag backwards for Monkeys to try to do some damage here. Monkeys, of course, assisting in the Bat Rider kill there. Fan of Soyeon trying to be aggressive. He has pretty low mana, but Monkeys just deciding, you know what, I'm just going to go home.
Alright, well, while that action was going down at the Dire bottom tier 2, the top tier 1 for the Radiant was taken out by Mason, as well as, I think maybe Judas was up there with him, Jo, that is. And interestingly enough, Citadel was charging the bottom, I believe, that died down there, and when it died, of course, the charge moves onto a new target, so he just ran straight into Roche.
Nice. Solid. I actually took a bit of a sip for the crazy charge in the mid lane, the tier 2 dive into just instantly die to Riptide.
And you're drinking what? Fresh Canadian apple cider, right?
Yep, I had
Hard
whiskey
apple
earlier,
cider.
but now I'm, yeah, going for something with a little bit less alcohol content than that because I do want to live the night.
To live? Yeah, it's not worth giving up your life here just to cast some NEL games. And I'm drinking Red Stripe, Jamaican lager. It's been a while since I had
Nice.
it, and the bottles look really funny, so
Yeah.
there's that.
I might go up for some Glenlivet after. Could be pretty tasty,
It
but
could be.
we'll see.
Alright, well, Demon with the rune, Illusion rune. It's 8-5 right now for Splash Gaming, so they're winning so far. And of course, it's not actually Splash Gaming. I'm pretty sure that's just Cinderell's team. But Gold is even, XP, about a 2k advantage right now, as I did miss that kill. Naga Siren
Okay.
gets the kill
Yep.
on Monkeys Forever, the Troll Warlord, in the bot lane.
Trolling us by making us
You
drink.
have good taste, says the chat.
Radiant's
Oh, thank you.
bottom tower is being subjected to extreme
Looks like they're gonna put some pressure onto the bottom lane. Yeah, it's delicious. I had like a whole bunch of it.
Radiant's bottom tower is
A whole bunch of it.
Yeah, I can't measure right now, so I'm not even gonna try.
Alright.
But TP's come down into the bottom lane. Charge going the way of towards the universe. I mean, they've pretty much all been on bottom.
They really have.
really
They really hate
like-
that hero.
Yeah,
they smoke
apparently.
up even, and Cinderella will stop the
I like it.
charge.
I like the smoke there because they would have known if a charge was coming with a little bit of heads up. The arrow comes, hits a creep, just straight. I mean, in the face. There was no dodging it. There was nothing that.
Who spoiled that shot? Come on, Universe gotta land those. As looks like the Troll Alt Battle Trance thrown out here. The tower does not stand a chance against Battle Trance, and it goes down. It looks like they've got the mid and the bottom tier 1, and with how this is honestly one of the most active Spirit Breakers I've ever seen.
know, he's just
Ciderol
everywhere.
once again charging on the demon, has
So-
RP available if he needs to use it, cancels as Judas and Universe were there, and Mason even was behind him as well. But the only tier 1 that the Dire are still holding on to is in the top, and it's Mason's lane, which has literally seen no action. But Mason
Yeah.
seems to be roaming now.
It's just like 10 heroes in the bottom half of the map, pretty much. Not that I'm complaining at all, as it is pretty action heavy. Demon picking up an Invis rune. Probably going to want to wait for his Blink Dagger, though, before he starts anything, even with an Invis. And that's pretty wise, considering that there's a sentry ward in the mid lane for the Radiant.
Let's see, where's that gem at? You said before 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I did. Does he have it?
I'll go with after 20 minutes, just to...
Yeah, okay, now. Oh, I see.
No, I mean, I actually still think he's gonna get it before
Yeah.
20 minutes, but I'll
We'll
just,
see.
make the bet, so at least people are drinking here.
Fair enough.
Mason doesn't have it yet, though, but he's holding on to an Orb of Venom drums, and looks like Power Treads as he picks up an Ogre Club coming out on the Courier.
under attack.
So maybe we'll get a BKB beforehand. Seems he didn't get that in the games past, but now going for it here. If Murata misses an arrow, throw something into someone's drink and say, "Who ruined that shot?"
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
That's coming out from Knowledge Junkie, who his name, he's living up to name right there.
Definitely. And Evil Gunther winning a beer chugging contest in Jamaica with Red Stripe. Damn. Jamaican beer chugging contests. It's pretty tough.
That is
I
pretty
don't think I've
tough.
ever been in one of those.
I've been to Jamaica, awesome country.
I definitely have not.
Ciderol, though, once again charging. This time it's on to Mason. It's gonna connect here. Will he cancel? No, it looks like he's going right for it. He's not level 6 yet, so he does not have the Nether Strike. So he's being very active, charging around a lot. Mid lane, meanwhile, though, Arteezy popping BKB, trying to channel his ult.
That was a complete whiff on the ulti.
Yeah, lets it go as Arteezy types oops mid-channeling. Doesn't even decide to cancel it. Could have just pressed S, but Mason, meanwhile, back in the top lane, in some trouble, down to 300 health. Not only can he Shadow Dance out of this one, but Moonlight Shadows as well going to be thrown out there by Universe, who is quite low, retreating in the mid lane. Looks like Arteezy did do some work against the Universe.
Haystern going to be picked up by Demon. Doesn't have his RP, as he did use it in the mid lane. Some TP's back now. Actually, TP to the bot lane for the Spirit Breaker. And he's probably just going to charge top anyways, considering how active he's been. So he's probably just here for 3 CS, and then just going to go straight back to top.
Pretty much. Demon gets scouted out with that haster, and he's got Blink Mana Boots. I think he's maybe had that for a little while, so very good timing on those items. for the Magnus, but Demon, he is pretty crazy. We saw him play a ridiculous Vengeful Spirit support. I'm doing quote actions right now when I say support. But yeah, he's a crazy player.
So,
we all know that.
the cow is at it once again.
Indeed
This guy
he
just
is.
will not let
Well,
up.
he is a BR, so he will cancel there.
He let up.
Radiant's bottom tower
But
is
he's level
under
6 now.
attack.
That's pretty sweet.
Has that ever been cause for
Oh, my
celebration?
stream stopped for some reason?
Dire's top tower